Hey there, guys. Alright, today we are back with some more Vati. And man, Bloodborne fucking sucks. Give it 5 seconds, hold on. Okay. Now, will that get me views? Will will disliking something and disagreeing with something get a bunch of people to type angrily in the comments, which will then turn into a bunch of views? I'll fucking start doing that shit if that's what it takes. I'm desperate. No, I'm just fucking with you. Today we are watching another video of Vati's long-time series of Prepare to Cry stuff. This time, though, with Bloodborne. And it's Father Gascoigne. Gascoigne. Father Gas. I'm gonna call him Gassy. Um, I have not played Bloodborne, though I do plan on it eventually. What I am currently doing is waiting for Dark Souls 1 Remaster to go on sale on Steam so that I can pick it up and then play through that. Depending on if all the other From Software games go on sale, I'll probably pick up more than just one. Yeah. It's going to probably be a little bit longer than I had been imagining to get to Dark Souls 1. It's just, for my taste, I do not want to spend $40 on a game as old as Dark Souls 1, knowing that also the gameplay of the Souls franchise is not my cup of tea. So it's like, just for entertainment reasons on both sides here, right? So that for those of you that will go follow me over at Twitch and watch me stream Dark Souls live, or you go and follow my gaming channel here on YouTube, where I'll be uploading the VODs of it. I want it to be entertaining, and if I spend $40 on that game, I'm gonna come away with it with less enjoyment, and that's just not a good viewing experience. So that's why I'm one of the reasons that I'm holding off on, picking it up right away, for full price. Also, it's an old ass game and should not be $40. Even that should not be the current standard price. Bandai Namco, what the fuck? Like, that game by now should be like $20. If it were just $20, I'd feel like that'd be reasonable for a game as old as it is. You know, to have that be the non-sale price after all this time, that would be fair to me. Anyways, when will I get to Bloodborne though? No clue. I have a PlayStation. I could play it, but also I don't want to play it at 30 FPS. I'm not gonna lie. I think so. Either they have to come out with a remaster, or I'm probably never playing Bloodborne. Um. So yeah. Anyways, lots of rambling here at the 3-minute ramble. Okay, I'm gonna shut up, and we're gonna learn about Father Gascoigne here. Yeah.
When the old blood was found, it must have been thought a miracle. They called it the blood of the gods, and rightly so.
God, I will say though, the drip in Bloodborne, I love it.
For if you injected it into your veins, you would no longer be afflicted by the weaknesses of the flesh. It follows that a city built upon this blood would become mighty indeed, and so it was with Yharnam. The supply of the blood was controlled by the healing church, and the church became the most powerful of all. But the blood was foul, infected. Those who had taken the old blood began transforming into hideous beasts, and eventually the church could keep the scourge a secret no longer. Fearing the populace itself, they retreated into Cathedral Ward and devised a plan to fight back. The church hunters were that plan. The hunters in white specialized in experimental blood ministration, for the church continued to use the old blood, albeit now with fear in their hearts. And the hunters in black were a little different. Their role was to violently purge this town of the beastly scourge. Beasthood was a cancer, and with their surgical white gloves, the black church hunters would rip the beasthood from the hearts of the Yharnamites. They were known to dispose of victims, even potential victims, before signs of sickness had even manifested themselves. Their black attire inspired fear in the hearts of the Yharnamites, for if they decided that you had the beast within you, then it was so. But the beast lies dormant within us all, and ironically, the clerics transformed into the most terrifying beasts. Father is a title used for clerics in a foreign land, and the Healing Church knew no such rank. An outsider, Father Gascoigne joined the ranks of the Black Church hunters. Perhaps he, like many others, was sick and needed treatment. Perhaps he saw the miracles that the church was performing, actual miracles that could have inspired a new faith in the man. Or perhaps it was the thirst for blood that drew him here, for
Well, that would be fucked up.
Gascoigne turned out to be a truly capable hunter, a fine addition to the ranks of the church. Gascoigne was partnered with another,
Gascoigne. Okay.
an older
I know how to
hunter
pronounce it.
by the name of Henrique. Capable beyond his years, this old man was easily recognizable in his unique yellow garb. Its description tells us that they were a fierce and gallant duo, but also that their partnership led to Henrique's tragically long life. He must have been very old indeed to be tragically so. Perhaps Gascoigne's access to the church granted Henrique access to the old blood, and it's possible that the miraculous blood granted him life beyond his years. Who knows what that can do to a man? Together, Henrique and Gascoigne were a part of the effort to purge Yharnam of the scourge. Just two more hunters doing what hunters must, for the good of the city, of course. Gascoigne even found love outside the church's walls within
Let's go, Gascoigne. Yeah.
central Yharnam, a woman named Viola, blonde and favoring a bright red brooch. Perhaps the jewel was a gift from a hunter. Imagine being a man of Yharnam during this time. Put yourself in this city.
If I had to live in a city like that, I would just kill myself.
As a good Yharnamite would, you join the
I'm not dealing with that shit. No. Fuck that.
nightly hunt with your brothers, fighting against the scourge. You lock your women and children safely at home, with incense at their doors to ward away the beasts. You fight alongside the Black Church hunters, though these men of the church are watching you at all times for any signs of
That a werewolf?
the plague. You fight alongside those who would kill you if they had to. In time, Viola fell pregnant. Soon after, Gascoigne left the Healing Church. Perhaps he had something more important to him now.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter?
Family must have
Are you a hunter?
pulled him away from the church, and on the night of our unending hunt, we find this young girl alone in her family's home.
Please go look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him. But now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared.
We're looking for a woman with a red brooch and a man garbed in black. Imagine being Gascoigne at this point in the story. An ex-hunter of the Healing Church, he still wears the tattered black garb that shows how faithfully he served the church in their hunt. And tonight, the hunt is worse than any night before it. Tonight, the line between man and beast is blurred. The beastmen of Yharnam cry for death to their ministers, if they see you wearing the minister's garb. This is the exact same thing Gascoigne was wearing. It's unclear exactly what happened in the tomb of Erden, but here we find Father Gascoigne, surrounded by the corpses of fellow Yharnamites, hacking them to pieces, completely lost to his thirst for blood. On a
That's fucked up.
rooftop nearby, we find his wife,
Oh,
dead.
My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful, you won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
A small music box received from a young Yharnam girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however faintly: Viola and Gascoigne. When we play their song, the husband recoils in agony. Gascoigne is losing himself to the beastly scourge. He wants to forget, but the music reminds him of his wife.
That's so fucking cool. Oh my, why don't they have more of that stuff like, oh my god. Have more mechanics like that in these games. Holy, that is literal chef's kiss. Literally, that is like, that is the intertwining of of game mechanic and story that I fucking eat up in video games. That's the kind of shit that I goddamn love. Oh my, like when you just like that's just a perfect like mix of like encouraging exploration of a game, rewarding said exploration with then a thing that not only helps you in the fight, but it tells you so much story in so little. Those moments are where I'm like, From Software's writing team are masterful, right? They are good writers. Again, as I've said many times before, it's just the form of storytelling that they choose to do just is not my cup of tea. I prefer having like more information. I just like and information doled out in a different way most of the time. Is my personal cup of tea. But for this instance, this kind of thing, um, because Gascoigne kind of seems like something that's like a side thing and not perhaps he's kind of giving optional boss vibes. Um, or I'm not sure, of course, because I've not played the game, so maybe I'm wrong. But like that kind of stuff for like that just that so good, so good.
His children, his city, his humanity, his dead wife, his broken city, his despair. His wife is likely dead at his hand, for she didn't have their music box to remind him of who he was,
Oh,
as she had done many times before. Gascoigne is beyond saving, and you end his suffering. It almost sounds as if his last words are, "Forgive me."
oh yeah, I can hear it.
We don't have the heart to give a child her dead mother's brooch. Instead, we send her to Erden Chapel. She can't stay in this house alone, for neither her mother nor her father is coming back for her. Better to send her to a safe place.
Hello, Miss Hunter. Still can't find my mum. Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Miss Hunter?
We send her to Erden Chapel.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Miss Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad.
That's good writing. That's so good.
And Granddad.
And also the voice, the delivery by the voice actor. Doing a great job.
Dad?
She never appears there.
No.
Trace the path she would have taken. Imagine this little girl
Don't tell me the girl's dead.
creeping through a sewer filled with crawling
Yeah, why wouldn't we escort her?
corpses and carrion crows, to run past it all and come so close to the chapel, only to spy this thing at the end of the tunnel. It eats the little girl, and after your revenge, you find the bloodied white ribbon upon its remains.
You haven't by any chance seen my little sister, have you?
Someone did come back for the little girl. Turns out Gascoigne had 2 daughters, and you just sent one to her death.
I told her
So it's better to withhold the information? Is that it? Or I don't
to look after the house. But she's run off somewhere. She's still quite small and wears a big white ribbon. Have you seen her out there?
such good writing for this story. Oh my god.
Anywhere. Oh, how did this happen?
Got eaten by a piggy.
Why would she ever go outside? At least I'll have something to remember her by.
The truly sad thing is, a friend of the family was waiting at Erden Tomb around this time. The one the littlest daughter calls Grandad. He could have met the youngest daughter there, had the pig not consumed her in the tunnel.
What is it possible? Like, what if you kill the pig first? And then sent her? Does she live or does she die no matter what?
Instead, Henrique goes mad here in this place. Perhaps he discovered that someone killed his friend, or perhaps, since the littlest daughter calls him Grandad, he discovered the corpse of his daughter, Viola.
Perfect timing. I must warn you not to go near the tomb below Erden Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. Henrik, an old hunter, has gone mad. And he's my mark.
When we arrive, we're already too late. As with Gascoigne, loss pushes Henrique over the edge. We've seen that hunters turn into terrible beasts, so the hunter must become the hunted.
That wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks. We made it with our lives. You're not bad at all. You must have killed Gascoigne as well, then. He was falling apart, I'm sure it had to be done. But try to keep your hands clean. A hunter should hunt beasts. Leave the hunting of hunters to me.
Gascoigne killed his wife. We killed Gascoigne. Henrique tried to kill us, so Eileen killed Henrique. The last surviving daughter throws herself off a ledge upon receiving her sister's bloodied ribbon, and the bloodline of Gascoigne ends here.
Okay, but so do they die no matter what option that you make? Like, if you withhold the information, do they die? Because if so, that's affecting what choice I'm fucking making.
However, somewhere, in another hunt perhaps, you never spoke to the littlest daughter. She never went looking for her parents.
Oh, okay.
She never travelled down this tunnel. She stayed home until her sister returned, and they huddled together until morning came.
I won't be afraid. I know. I do. The morning always comes.
God damn it. Oh, that was so good. Oh my god, Vati. Oh. This might be my favorite Prepare to Cry. This one was really well told. This one was really well told. Super well paced. Oh yeah, this was fantastic. This was fantastic. Oh my god. Yeah. 10 out of 10 episode. 10 out of 10 wow. Yeah, you can definitely tell, like, maybe it was around Bloodborne time where Vati's storytelling abilities started to be more like what we see his current storytelling abilities are like. Because I've talked about this before, like on the Dark Souls videos. His Dark Souls Prepare to Cry series are kind of hit or miss for me. At least so far they've been the ones that I've watched. But this Bloodborne one was chef's kiss. No complaints. This was fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed as well as I did. Remember, hit that like button and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.